Yeah, howdy gang. Welcome back, Kim Come. I think it's probably been a little close to around 2 weeks. Last time, OBS crashed. That's why it cut off so abruptly. Had you watched? You didn't miss much. I just finished selling stuff and then, bring my mic closer. I didn't even do a sound test, and it looks good. Uh, yeah, I just sold stuff, and then I went to what's his face. I went to what's his face. I don't know, whoever the general store man is here. I was supposed to get the fancy wine for Lady Stephany. However, he gave all of his good wine away to be a prize for the archery contest tomorrow. So we now have to win that archery contest or obtain the wine through other means. So I intend to win that contest. What else do we have that we can do? I think it's use Wojciech, Steel Horse from Merhoyed. Yeah, I had plans to like go try and min-max all that stuff, and it's probably gonna tack on another half hour to what we were doing before, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Where is my horse? Pebbles? Little Pebble. We still have to steal that book from Hanush's room. Maybe I can try and get that done right now. Those guards sure are persistent, and there doesn't seem to be any way to get rid of them. Man just stands there all day. I can like try and cheese knock him out, though they'll probably get me caught. Pretty sure I got in there and got away with it once, and I messed up, and it kind of sucked because I can't replicate that situation. It was like the one time the guard actually moved. See, I've got a game we can talk about later. And then I've been working on a few others. Though I haven't finished anything aside from the one. I might have a show we can talk about. Because it's kind of relevant. Though it's technically a rewatch of something.
You ain't had to ride a horse yet.
So, I don't know. Maybe, probably. Anything to fill the space.
Where the hell were you brought up? Don't you know you have to have a light up?
Hold on, hold on.
Hey, where's your torch? You can't walk around here in the dark without a light. You must be up to no good sneaking around in the dark. Light a torch before I catch cold to you.
Apparently he followed me off the streets, son of a bitch. I need to strip down It looks like the guard's actually asleep right now. Which means Sir Hanush should be asleep as well. And hopefully that means I can sneak in here real quick. Door's a hard block, but I'm not able to pull this off. Jackass. Probably made a lot of noise fiddling just now. Alright. That went better than I thought it could have. Yippee. Frame rate's kind of tanking though, did you see that? It could just be that the light's changing, and maybe that's throwing me off. I mean, it's still playable, it's just like, yuck. Gotta be something going on. Gonna bring this right down to Peshek, because we got the time. Woo! Poppin'.
Yeah.
Peshek, wake up, you old goat.
God be with you.
Stole that book.
I have that book from Hanush for you.
Great work. Here's your well-earned reward. I got a down payment, and the buyer will be gnawing his nails by now. I'm glad I won't let him down. God be with you.
Damn, yeah, down payment on a job that tough. 250 groschen.
What the?
That's quite a lot. Did we enroll in the tournament? And we'll probably get our asses kicked, but like, it could be fun.
Yeah.
The thing about the tournaments is you get like unique pieces of gear from winning them. That's why you should try and enter them as often as possible, I guess. Not that I think I can win, but like, try. By unique piece of gear, I mean something with like magical effects. Not necessarily a flaming sword or whatever, but maybe something that gives you a little bonus strength or something. Something that's naturally poisonous, maybe. Like reasonably enchanted, like in Assassin's Creed. So archery range is in like a little hole on the wall here. Very easy to miss. And I do have a bow, right? I didn't... Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got a bow. Do I have any practice arrows? It would be on my horse. Better hunting arrows, long distance, ordinary arrows. I guess I would want to practice with these then, right? And I have plenty of the better hunting ones, it's really not a big deal. We'll just shoot at the targets while we wait for mech guys to show up. See where our aim's at. And any experience we get will be helpful. Oh, the bullseye. Seems we've still got quite a bit of sway, but like it's manageable. It's mostly like a side to side, not so much an up and down motion. Which is unbelievably helpful, really. There was a perk in Cyberpunk that did the same thing with pistols. It just eliminated vertical sway, and it made pulling off headshots a lot easier. I should probably be trying to actually aim these rather than just throwing them out. They're all landing. I don't think I've missed one yet, but we're trying to win a competition here. And I can't expect a rogue level up to be the thing that saves the day. Now, there's not a reticule, obviously. What I use to aim is I try to follow the tip of the arrow. Obviously, you can't see the tip, but you can see, like, one edge of the triangular point. So I just, like, literally look straight at that edge. And where it lands will be, like, a little off-center from that. But it's a good enough reticule. I think I'm out of arrows. Competition people still aren't here though. Wow. Wow. That thing looked downright invisible. It looked normal. Like you over here, it's a fucking pincushion, bruv. Knowing he picks them out one by one like this. Immersive, but like, make it disappear, bro. Yeah, he's already putting it in his pocket, which is ridiculous. You might as well just make it go away instantly, like when you pick up literally anything else, aside from flowers. Energy order. Hunting is a skill, so I'm not sure if we actually gained any experience from doing that. I might have to like pay to use the archery range or something. Probably got some endurance stuff from it though. Actually, laundered clothes, charisma. Alright. Every item and clothing you're wearing that you prepared yourself adds charisma. That's cool. A weapon you sharpen yourself has a greater chance of causing bleeding. It's epic. You sharpen yourself cause greater damage to your opponent's armor and equipment. That's also epic. Ah, crap. I think we still have another perk point to spend. Oh. The Rain Man. Kill from stealth if you have a dagger, and it's kind of useless. I'm sure it's quicker than choking someone out. It's probably the benefit, but then you're a murderer. I wouldn't be in stealth if these were people I was okay with killing, you know? Ordinary mug. People less likely to want to and stop looking for you. Does that mean that bounties go away over time? Because that sounds like a pretty useful feature. Lowers noise by armor. I mean, it's cute. It helps me sneak in closer to camps. You know? But it's also not too useful. There's most situations where I want to sneak, I will take my clothes off. Of course, with all of these, you can wear like a set of light armor, maybe even a little chainmail. And this one's more or less useless. You need to get like an actual sneak attack. At that point, you might as well just choke the guy out. I'll start with ordinary mug. Because he's got an ordinary mug. Henry looks very normal. He's no Final Fantasy pretty boy. I love him. Put my hunting arrows. I think I lost 2 of them. You know what? Maybe I should learn something from Bernard. Like, if this is maybe not getting me experience like I thought it would. I go. Oh wait, this might be. No, it's a dog. Oh, that dog was a man. Bernard should always be around. Jesus Christ, why are we lagging? It was never this bad. There's gotta be like a program and I won't like this from messing with the webcam settings just now. In software, OBS using your mic. I don't know, I can shut down Steam, might be doing something. And close this GOG window. It could just be the internet too, being slow. Where's Bernard? He's not even here, dog. Is it raining? Got ourselves a light drizzle. Maybe that's where the lag's coming from. The volumetric fog plus light drizzle. No Captain Bernard, that's sad. I was hoping to figure something out. I wonder if my horse will block my opponent's arrows. That'd be pretty hilarious. Of course, Pebbles might die for the sake of a woman's wine. Be simply unacceptable. Steeds or needs. Looks like the man.
God be with you.
I've heard there's a contest happening, and that the prize is a keg of fine wine.
That's true. I bought the finest wine to be had in the province.
I'd like to take part.
Do you know the rules?
Yeah.
I do?
Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition. Take care.
We have a time limit to get on it. Doing alright. If I can get another bullseye, that would probably cement my win. But I think you can probably get by just landing all whites. Alright, I just need to like this and we should have a win. Yeah, baby. Give me that wine. Let me hear them whines. That was a terrible shot.
Congratulations once more. And here, as promised, a cask of the finest wine in the province.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to level my bow.
Is there someone here who compete with me?
I'm sure some... How good are you with a bow?
I've shot a few times.
Then you'll have no trouble. Splendid. Meanwhile, I'll farewell.
Do that again to see a little more bow experience. We are about to do a big mission. We're gonna try and do it. It should be like the finale of this session. And I don't know, it'll probably take an hour or so. See, we still have to go back to, what's its, that sounds like it down. I don't know the name. It's slipping me, but we gotta go pick up that crown or whatever we had made. That one was supposed to be ready in a day, or by the evening of the next day or something. That should be ready soon. We can steal that horse while we're waiting. Did it just cancel the competition?
Good luck to you.
Just lose 30 beans, you thief. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Win some, you lose some. And sometimes you just get fucking scammed. That's part of life. Such is the way of things. Can ride out of town. Or you know what? We're gonna take Theresa on a date. That was the plan too. She's ready for some smooching, and we will smooch the lady.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic that we're doing the Lady Stephany quest right now too, because like this is what dating's like. You gotta juggle all the babes until one of them gives you something, and then you might play your cards right until one of them finally says something. Or, you know, you could have a conscience and stick to one.
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
Don't you want to do something together again?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
In the evening? In the evening. That sound familiar? Like Henry's old girlfriend that he doesn't give a shit about anymore? Miss Bianca? I'll see you in the evening. I'll pay you back in the evening. Oh yes, I'll have something for you in the evening. Sasau, that's the name of the town. Merhoyed. I guess we should head for the B. That means taking a left out of Ledechko.
Yeah.
$9:16. Are we like... Are we a half hour in yet? Yeah, we are. Great, we can talk about Venetica. See, I got this one from a giveaway on GOG. During their summer sale, they're giving out like a new game every couple days. So I got a handful of things. I guess most of them are stuff that they ported themselves, hence the website's name, Good Old Games. I guess it serves as sort of development practice for trainees, interns, and such. Just porting over old games or making stuff that is on PC but no longer works work, like the old Fallout games or any of the Baldur's Gates or whatever. Anyways, Venetica came out in 2009, so I guess that means it's like an early Xbox 360 game, and it's also on PS3, I think. Though the lockpicking minigame suggests to me that it was intended to be an Xbox game. Why? Because you play Simon, essentially, and you know the Xbox has the red, green, blue, and yellow buttons. And that's what you do. Not a fan of the lockpicking minigame. I don't mind playing Simon, it's just like a little too slow with the animations. But, geez, why are we talking about that first? Let's see, so Venetica is an action RPG. Artistically, it looks a lot like Fable. I said this was an early 360 game, so, I don't know, it still has very Xbox-looking graphics. Though, I guess that means it probably ran out a higher frame rate, or maybe it just looked a little better in some area. Like, I don't know, tiled floors have, like, real-time reflections on them, which is actually pretty impressive. The game runs pretty good. For a port. I'm sure it has, like, a 30 FPS lock or something, but that's nothing I ever noticed personally. It runs fine. Renders 1080p if you want. Though the settings aren't too robust overall, because it was originally a console game. With that in mind, I definitely played with a controller, which, as far as controls go, functional. It has, like, Dark Souls-ish combat. Like, primary focus on rolling. Eventually you get, like, a block ability that you can use. It's kind of clunky to use that. And then, like, a timed combo system. Kind of like The Witcher 1. Like, you do your attack, and then you hit the attack button again at the right time, and you'll get the next part of the combo, and it'll do more damage. So while you can just spam the attack button and get the job done, you're actually rewarded for spacing out your button presses. And I really appreciate that, and that's part of what I think made the combat in the first Witcher game good. Some people are just ignorant, and you know, they're okay with playing Warcraft with click and wait combat. They're okay with playing Dragon Age Origins with click and wait combat, but it's not okay when The Witcher did it. I'm pretty salty that's just everyone's first argument. I'm sorry. It's a great game. I think that if you enjoyed the first Witcher game, then you'd like Venetica, and vice versa. You know, I said the artwork looked like Fable. That just makes me happy. It makes me happy to look at. You remember me playing Soul Reaver 2? That also made me happy to look at. So it kind of passively triggers nostalgia for a game that I never actually played. Which is cool, I guess.
Want to earn a bit?
Show what you're made of.
I'm pretty sure I'm being ganked.
Yeah.
Similar to Soul Reaver, there's also, like, you move between the lands of the living and the dead through an ability, sort of do a button press, and that, like, you can talk to dead people, or there's occasionally, like, a ghost enemy you'll have to be in the dead world for, and, like, there are hidden passages you can only access from the underworld. And it's a neat system and concept. It's kind of underbaked because you don't get to use it very often, and there isn't very high enemy variety in the game. Like, I feel like there's a lot more they could have done with it, but overall, it was a neat concept. And I don't know, the game definitely tried to do a lot of things and executed most of it pretty well. Were someone to try and make like a full-ass remake and expand the city to be more of an open-world affair with more enemy variety, I think that it could be a real hit. I would really love if somebody tried to put funding behind that. Now, the story. You follow Scarlet, that's right, female protagonist, and yeah, she does have a fat ass, but she's also a badass. She's, like, talking with her boyfriend, who's a knight. He's about to go off to the city of Venice. Yes, that Venice. To, join the Order of the Holy Seal, or whatever. And on that night of the party, for his going away party, the village gets attacked by assassins, and they murder most people there. You pick up, like, a fire poker and defend yourself. And then your boyfriend gets killed defending you. Then you wake up, and you are now on a quest for revenge, or... I skipped something, actually. I guess you die, question mark, because you talk to Death, who claims to be your father. It's not clear whether or not he means that in, like, my child, like a priest kind of way, or if he's actually your father, though I think the implication that he is, in fact, your father, because there's something special about you. The assassins are actually there to kill you. And they dump all this on you very quickly. I'm not spoiling anything, I would hope. Crown ready yet?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I seem to recall telling you exactly when the crown will be finished, and that time isn't yet.
Damn, dude.
May the Lord watch over you.
Alright, I guess we'll go up to Merhoyed. Do we have a quest marker on it? We do. The red A. Ugh, scoozy. Right, so Death tells you you shouldn't worry about revenge. What you gotta do is actually really important, so don't do that. But you can be like, no, I want revenge. Or you can pick up other things. There are dialogue choices that will have a small impact on your karma, I guess. And it will lead you to one of two endings. There are technically a lot more than two endings, but like as far as the end cutscene is concerned, there's only two. So he tells you to get something called the Moonblade, so you can go fight the undead Archon. And that's about it. Like, he's very direct with what you gotta do. It seems kind of silly at first, but like... I don't know, the game isn't like underbaked. There is lore dumps you will find later on. There are books that you can read and stuff, like... It's just really weird how distant and direct Death feels. He's definitely the father who doesn't give a shit about you. He's your Yujiro Hanma. So you asked about the Moonblade, and everyone acts like it's some cursed object that might not even exist. It's a myth, but it's actually located very close to home, and you pick it up quickly because you need it to exit the prologue area. Because there are demons in a cave. The only demons in the world, the Lector. If you try and fight them with any other weapon, they will resurrect on death, so you actually do, in fact, need the Moonblade to kill them. Which is cool. I wish that they only took damage from the Moonblade, like in The Witcher, where you need the Silver Sword, but alright. There are other enemies, like the Gargoyles, that only take damage from blunt weapons. So, like, it was feasible for them to do something like that, they just didn't. It says Merhoyed, right? I didn't get off my horse for no reason. No, I'm in Samofesh.
Yeah.
Right, so Scarlet first claimed that she wasn't a fighter, but she actually picks up the combat very quickly. And she very quickly becomes a badass. You master the Moonblade, and then you learn to train other weapon types, such as the sword, the spear and shield, and the hammer. And you can also learn some magic and necromancy. In fact, most of the magic seems to be necromancy focused, which is a very unique thing, I guess. Everybody seems to be channeling their powers from the realm of the dead. Rather than a fireball, you summon a swarm of crows. I did say yes, that Venice, it seems to be set in the real world, but there's like a little bit of fantasy to it. Like, there are monsters, and there is magic. But, like, you straight up go to Africa at one part. There's a part where, like, Persians take over one of the districts of the city. So, like, you were definitely in the Italian Venice, with its rivers acting as highways and gondoliers to help you fast travel. The prologue area is like a small mountain village, and then you move into the city, and then the game's split up into like the districts of the city for the acts. And looking at the map, it looks like the world's going to be massive, but it's actually relatively condensed, pretty small. But it was neat seeing a game take place in one city. You know, that was like a major complaint with Dragon Age 2. But that's because you explored the whole city all at once, and then you kept re-exploring the same areas. Whereas in Venetica, you're locked into a district until you finish it, basically. And then you might go back to the old areas sometimes for side quests, but you just keep unlocking new districts, and they're all very unique looking from one another. And, you know, the progression that way felt solid, despite it all being cityscapes. You're not going to volcanoes and snowy mountains or whatever. But it worked, it worked. For something that seemingly has, like, a lower budget, like, the graphics probably aren't up to par for what a 360 game could be. And it's a German developer that I've never heard of. The voice acting is just pretty good, which was really unexpected. It's very refreshing. Especially for, like, the kind of game it is. You're expecting something like on Gothic, where your character sounds like a brick, but no, you actually have... Scarlet, especially, is really well acted. There is occasionally the, like, this was a paid intern or something, like... It's not all amazing, but, like, the main character is pretty good. Pretty solid performance all around. I've heard worse from everyone. Like, it's a mixed bag where everybody seems to have some level of experience, I guess you could say. So, am I just stealing any horse? I forgot about the apothecary. Steal any horse, alright. Patagros.
Heal. Yeah.
Bro, let me out. I'm trying to not get caught.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so as far as progression goes, you're like kind of a jack of all trades class, just like in Fable. Though bows aren't an option. You start out with just your sword, and then you get your Moonblade. And they have different movesets, as well as different skills you can use with each one equipped. Then you get your hammer, and like it kind of doles out the different weapon types as you go through the axe, which keeps things feeling like there's some progression. And you get new, like, supernatural abilities at set points in the story, too, and getting those will unlock a new path on your magic tree that you can go learn. And you have to go see, like, a skill vendor to cash in the points you get from leveling up. Which I guess I like. I hate, like, opening menus constantly to spend my points and stuff, which you still have to do for stats, but, like... You know, I like going to a person and reading all the skills at once, and then I'm just stuck with that until I go see them again. I'm not just pulling a new freaking world-ending spell out of my ass. In that same vein, the trainers only know so much, so as you go into further acts, you'll get trainers who know more skills. You get deeper into the trees. But there's only really one magic trainer. There's two, technically, but one, the guy's very basic. And as I said, those ones unlock through other memes than just finding better trainers, so it works out. Something unique about the hammer weapon is that it can smash wooden doors to open up secret passages, and it's actually used in a couple boss fights too for like puzzle elements.
Yeah.
The game doesn't have a lot of puzzles, but it does have like pull switches in this order kind of thing, which usually come down to you solving riddles or finding just a note hidden somewhere, talking to a dead body. There are also treasure maps you can find, which are like, you need to be really precise with where you dig, so they're kind of annoying and generally not worth it. There are a couple legendary weapons you can get, but they're like not as strong as the strongest weapon you can just buy. Because they have unique effects on them, that's the whole reason. Like, you'll get something that has lifesteal on it or something that's like, it's OP.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, you can always open your inventory and eat food. Healing isn't really an issue. There's also a sort of lives system. When you die, you have like a meter on your HUD split into like 3 segments at first. And those are all lives. So when you die, you'll go into the land of the dead and you can resurrect or do a sneak attack or something. And you'll have like half health when you do that. And you can recollect that twilight energy by killing people with the Moonblade. The Moonblade you were stuck with, there's only one Moonblade. And when you kill one of the bosses, they'll usually drop a ring or something you can use to enhance it slightly, but it'll always be your weakest weapon. So you're gonna want to try and like last hit things with it, generally. So it does have some pretty powerful moves, especially one that's like an AoE attack.
Yeah.
That doesn't cost any mana. It might be a bug or something, but it was pretty useful. When you increase your mana capacity, that twilight energy also grows, so you'll eventually get more than 3 lives. Not that you should really need them. Occasionally you'll get swarmed by enemies, and it kind of sucks. But that's what the hammer's for. It does AoE, even though the attacks are slow, and it's also kind of hard to space out, but I don't know, there's... the combat could use a little work, but it's pretty fun for what it is. There's also like AoE spells you can use to deal with crowds easier. Still, there is one quest in particular where you're fighting gargoyles. Basically every statue you find in the game is actually a gargoyle, and you need to have like a certain level of twilight energy for them to awaken. So if you just chose not to level that particular stat, there's a decent chance you won't be able to finish that side quest. I just thought that was like a weird mechanic. And yeah, I wasn't able to do that because I didn't join the Net of the Mask Guild who teaches magic. It was an accident. I kind of joined the first guild I ran into just because I didn't think it would lock me out of the other two. Like, I didn't even know I had to join a guild quite yet. I thought it would be optional, but you do have to eventually.
I have that horse for you.
You're a gem, Henry. Just exactly what I was after. Now, you take your reward, and I'll take a ride.
I'll take you for a ride. Anything you need?
I'm at a loose end. Is there anything you need?
Since you put it like that, I'll think up a task for you. Now, let's see. I know. I've been wondering for a while what I could get for my wife to cheer her up. I haven't been too kind to her lately, so I'd like to make amends. Maybe some jewelry?
You want me to get jewelry?
Some jewelry.
Yes, indeed, but no ordinary sort. Make it worth it. I want something fine, something that belongs to a noble woman.
Wojciech, there's only one noble woman around here. Lady Stephany of Talmberg.
Perfect.
That's precisely whose chest you're going to pinch the jewelry from. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, I'll squeeze her tits. I'll take her nipple rings.
Have you lost your mind? I could swing for that.
A great risk merits a great reward. I want only the very best for my dear wife.
Very well. Carry on.
You'll have to sneak into her chambers when she's out and pick the lock on the chest. If you're not up to doing that properly, then you'd best not bother. If you do bring me the jewelry, I'll give you a right royal reward.
Bet. I guess I gotta see that apothecary now.
Yeah.
The game was roughly 20 hours long. It didn't overstay its welcome, though things were getting a little tired by the end. Especially because I didn't have access to too much magic. I went for more of a warrior build. Each boss fight tried to have a little gimmick to it. Like, there's one where I had to smash pillars to make them fall to the ground eventually, and then I could fight them. And there was one where you had to, like, deflect their laser beam back at them with a shield you knocked off them. It was, like, made of a shiny dragon scale or some bullshit. There's one guy you had to, like, dodge until he smashed the pillars himself because your hammer couldn't get the job done. Like, you know, I like that the boss has had puzzle elements. There are usually two phases to them. One where you fought them in the living world, and one where you fought them in like, a demon form in the land of the dead. Sadly, the final boss didn't have anything special to offer, though. Like, there's one where first phase, he's, like, casting a spell at you, and you have to go kill someone else who's reading a book. And he's pretty simple, you just beat on his ass, and you beat on his ass more, and, like, nobody really attacks you. He does summon Ghost, but they don't get to you in time. You can knock him out very quickly. Then there's his demon phase, and that's just a normal fight. There's no puzzle element to that. And then you do, like, a normal sword fight against the guy again. I don't know, I was just disappointed by the final boss, even though it had 3 phases, and I guess it was relatively difficult. I don't know, I mean, he hit hard, but I was also pretty busted at that point in time. Through treasure hunting, I got my hands on, like, 3 rings of health regen, so I was able to take hits like nothing. I say it like that sounds lame, but rings are very rare. There's literally only 2 types of rings, one for health and one for mana. And there are 3 of those rings of health regen in the whole game. For weapons, there's actually a pretty large variety of them, except they all fall into the 4 types. And, you know, you can find some through treasure hunting, or you can buy them, pick them up off enemies. I did end up buying a few of them. I did, in fact, use my money in the game, which is rare. There isn't much variety in armor, though. Like, every set is viable, I guess you could say. There's like a leather set, a Persian set, a plate mail set, and a fancy dress. Sadly, there is no African titty armor. But the plate mail is good against swords, the fancy dress is good against magic, the leather has like general defense, and the Persian sets are blunt stuff. And they all look very, very hot. There is no African titty armor. That doesn't mean it's not form-fitting armor.
Do you know anything about getting rid of wandering souls?
The wrestler's dead? I might know a bit about that. It depends who wants to know. I wouldn't want to be accused of heresy.
Oh, come now, Konyash. You helped me once before, so I'd like to ask you for something again.
Fine, you're right, Henry. I won't lie to you. I'm interested in occult teachings and a bit of alchemy. It's far more than just old wives' tales. I truly believe it's a science. So what exactly do you need?
To help a village woman from Ledechko. Her neighbor's ghost has been haunting her. He visits her every night.
You don't say. Now this is interesting. Revenant spectral beings, cursed souls from beyond the grave?
Yes, exactly. Her house is haunted.
To put it vulgarly, my lad, to put it vulgarly. But there are spells that can banish restless souls back to the realm of the beyond.
Now that's what I wanted to hear. And do you know the spells?
Well, I'd like to learn at least one. But the only book I know that contains them has been classified amongst the Libri Prohibiti.
I've no idea what that means.
Prohibited books.
Spells written in a forbidden book. A book that's in Latin and kept under lock and key in the monastery. It's called Liber de Mortuis, Necronomiconos. Do you need to know any more?
The Book of the Dead, Necronomicon.
Do you want me to steal the book?
If you want to get rid of that revenant, you have no other choice. When you bring me that book, we can cast the spell together, since you don't know Latin.
Maybe it didn't work because I tried to speak the thing in Latin.
Fine. I'll bring the book.
You'll find it in the monastery library. But it won't be easy to get in. Truth be told, I don't know of anyone who is able to break in and out without getting into big trouble.
I'll try.
You actually go to the monastery for one of the quests later on, and that would probably be a good opportunity to get in and out with the book. But we'll probably try and do it the normal way.
Bread! Rolls and pretzels!
What was I saying? Right, the armor. Actually an interesting system. When you pick up armor, it is like made for men, because you picked it up off a man, usually. And you actually have to take it to a blacksmith to get it fitted before you can wear it. And you have to pay like a large sum of money to do that. I thought it was pretty cool. And, you know, it made a little more sense when you picked up armor and it became boob armor. I'm kidding. It's not boob armor, it's just female armor. It's very tasteful. It just so happens that Scarlet has a fat ass and it looks great in everything. What is with this game today? It is not performing very well at all. Yeah, we can hunt bandits for Captain Bernard eventually. We can probably do a little bit of that if we wanted to. I
I
learn
think I've
Master
mastered
Strikes
the
yet?
basics of combat. Could you teach me something a bit more advanced?
I see. And what weapon are you such a master at?
I'm pretty good with a sword.
You're a bit cocky, ain't you? All right then, let's see what you can do. If you're as good as you think you are, I'll teach you some master
Oh, I
strikes.
see. I have to beat his
Ready?
ass before he teaches me. I don't know if I can get this done in it then.
Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two.
Woo!
Enough. That will do. That wasn't at all bad. All right.
Oh, hell
seems
yeah.
you're ready for the next lesson. Now, pay close attention. I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. But the best is when you're able to do both at once. A master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow and strike him at the same time. Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done.
What? Damn.
See? I parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry. Well done. Well done.
If you time your right at the start of the window,
Well done.
you'll execute a Master Strike. Okay. So it's perfect block, but you do it as soon as the window starts. What are my skills like with the other weapons? Can I learn that with the mace? I doubt I can do it with the axe. Heavy duty pony. Knight. Damage bonus mounted combat, ranged and melee weapons. Oh, range weapons, that's not so bad, actually. Person won't shy nearby phones as long as no one hits them. Would be cool. Oh. Do more damage with the bow at a distance. The way to go, I think. So, Only level 2 with the mace, damn. Yeah. Yeah, we can pull that off. Oh, unlock master striking with swords.
Yeah.
That works. The monastery is the Sasau Monastery, right? That's what it meant. Said to... Alright, it's just not gonna remind me that I need to go to the monastery for that, goddamn.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, around 6, probably, like as soon as the day starts, the monks should be doing their morning prayers, and everybody needs to be there. So that's probably the ideal time to steal that book, if not at night.
Yeah.
See if Theresa's ready for a date yet, and then we can head back over to Sasau and pick up that crown. Or, yeah, it's midday. Should be getting ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the rat?
Have any more work for me, Peshek? I forgot to ask.
Take care.
Look at you, lover boy.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
Alright, so this is probably gonna be talking. I think that we're more or less done talking about Venetica. Like, it had ideas, they're mostly executed well. I'm pleasantly surprised with the quality of the voice acting, though the story isn't necessarily masterfully told. But there is stuff there. I thought it had a relatively unique setting. Gameplay's fun for what it is. I appreciate the whole time your strikes to do more damage and continue a combo thing. Like, that's a pretty big step in terms of having an actual combat system that's like not obtuse, like in Oblivion, where you just did less damage to less stamina you had, and they never explained that to you. You know, that was just a time where people were still figuring that stuff out. They had an idea, and it worked. And it didn't overstay its welcome. Again, only like 20 hours long. I really liked the art style. It just made me happy to look at it for nostalgic reasons. Ran pretty well for a port. It was just a solid game. I enjoyed it very much. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's on like the good side of Gothic games. Like, maybe as good as Gothic 2. Not as much depth as Gothic 2, but like, as an overall package, it's probably like, you know, in the better realm of things. Gothic 2 and Risen. So yeah, definitely check that one out. It definitely can't cost too much. And it's a port of a game from 2009. I know I got it for free, but like, it's got to be like $5 still or something.
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Let's be going then.
Go to taverns a lot.
How do I RP
Sometimes.
walk?
If I want a proper meal, I have
Walk.
to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oatcakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention. Even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Well, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
There's no need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in
For some
town.
reason, he talks better when I'm looking
I
at the
prefer a
ground.
different sort.
What sort might
So
that
this
be?
is an excuse
Full
to
mouth
stare at
and
Theresa's
green
ass.
You're such a...
Come on then.
Not in the tourney, what do you mean?
So, here we are. Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Is it all right?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right.
Damn, we're floating, bro.
All right.
It's fine. All right. Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh,
Damn.
come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow and calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her.
Bro.
You'll pay for that, boy.
You got tits like a pregnant cow, you do.
Ow.
Ah, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Pregnant women in general just get fat tits.
Ow.
Where the term mommy milkers come from. They actually fill up with milk when they're needed. Kind of cool, actually.
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though.
He wasn't feeling so playful after
Beat my ass that hard, come on. Where those cuts come from?
That tickles.
baby.
How romantic. She wiped blood off my face. As a woman.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you.
Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
Loading screens. You'll love to see them. This game is just not playing nice today, man. Loading's going so slow, lagging a bit.
I'll give you this.
Might just need to restart my
Nights
computer.
out with you might be painful.
Windows
Never
updates probably
boring.
broke
I do my
something.
best.
As it always
Well, you should go
does.
in
I
before
didn't
Peshek
consent to the
starts
update. Fuck you, Microsoft. Kissy boys. Peshek's face is getting wet tonight.
Oh.
Should have taken the top bunk, idiot.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a new wager on the Rattay tourney?
Eat your cooking, Theresa. Ah, yes, quite delicious. I reckon that filled my stomach about 15%. I ain't running all the way to Sasso in the dead of night, are you kidding me? God damn. Do I have food? I do. Good, good. Probably rotting.
Yeah.
Alright, back to Sasso. So, what else we got? that anymore, do we? The distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few sessions ago, I roasted Platinum End for being, like, so terrible. And that made me just want to go rewatch Death Note, because I was, like, praising it the whole time. I was like, man, it was so much better. And, like, they tread the same ground, like, they have very similar ideas. And of course, it's the same writer, same artist. So that's what I did. I went and rewatched Death Note. Goddamn, that is some of the finest television to have ever aired. It is our pre-Breaking Bad. Admittedly, things did get, like, a little rushed in the beginning, I guess, from, like, episode 1 to 2. You see Light being very hesitant to, like, write names in the book, or, like, he doesn't believe that's real. And by the start of the second episode, I think he's written, like, a whole ass page of names to people to kill. And there he's, like, already started to, develop his god complex of sorts. Seems to already be very sure of himself. He's not at all afraid of the Shinigami. I don't know, I feel like there could have been, like, a little more easing into that. Maybe just, like, one more episode or something. But, you know, they got right to the fun part, which I can respect. And to be honest, most of what I remember from the show originally came from the the second season, we'll call it. And it's technically only one season that's like 37 episodes. But the OP switches eventually after he gets more or less fucked by L. Most of what I remember comes from that part of the show, so like the whole build-up leading up to that was actually really good, and I just didn't remember it, so it was great to have a good appreciation for that, finally. And, like, you know, not being a kid this time, I get to recognize all the freaking godlike plays that L makes. Basically cracking the case as soon as he gets into the picture. And, like, Light got absolutely fucked over when Misa came into play. And, like, damn. Freaking telegraphing on everything that was happening was, like, from miles away. And it's still freaking... Ooh. The suspense of, like, what he was going to do to counteract whatever was happening and whether or not it was actually going to work when he did it. Or, like, if it was just going to dig him deeper into the hole every time, which it always did. It always did. It would seem like he won temporarily, and then you'd see he just fucked himself even harder every time. It was just so good, man. I absolutely binged it in, like, a whole week. Even I remember, like, the show kind of falling off after L finally dies in, like, episode 27. But, I don't know, there was, like, a short dry period for a few episodes, but then, like, his successors come in and, like, they are a lot more aggressive with their tactics. And, I don't know, neither of them are, like, as likable as L. They're not as quirky, but near He, like, he wins it with facts and logic. He doesn't even get himself personally involved until the very end. He doesn't even need, like, concrete proof that the supernatural stuff is relevant for him to get a confession. Like, that's how fucking good he was. You know, this show's, like, I don't know, somewhere north of 15 years old. I don't feel like I need to avoid spoiling stuff. I'm sorry. But, like, you know, I have, like, a greater appreciation for every part of the show, not just the mid-section that I mostly remembered now. Even the end was different than what I originally remembered. Like, the whole scene was played out completely different. Aside from the part where the man gets poked full of holes while he's trying to write names instead of pulling out a gun or something. That was still silly. But that whole scene was different from what I remembered. And again, I've said before that I love detective shows, I love courtroom drama, so, like, the whole end where they're just explaining how exactly he got fucked. Great, I loved it. And you see Light turn into a total edgelord where he tries to claim that he's, like, the god and that he totally won and stuff, but then he didn't, and he gets shot, and it's great. Because that's kind of how I was feeling about him as the show went on. He really does turn into a villain. You're not rooting for him at all. At first, they're like, yeah, okay, maybe death row inmates shouldn't be kept alive. They should just go right to death. And, like, you know, that's a reasonable enough opinion for some people to have. Though it's, like, wrong. Those people are alive because they deserve to suffer. But basically, after he kills the FBI agents that are tailing him, that's when he's, like, a full-on villain. Because now he's, like, killing cops and stuff. Just to prove a point. But he's a full-on murderer at that point, and that's when you can no longer forgive him. And that's also, coincidentally, when he gets fucked over by Elle.
My respects to you.
And more or less taken into custody / brought on to help with the case against himself. There's so many mental gymnastics going on.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Thank the Lord you found that Moldavite. It wouldn't be the same without it. God be with you.
Woo! Yeah, that's all I can really do. Just freaking gush about it. It was so great. Go watch it again. It doesn't even matter if I spoiled parts of it. So, something interesting. I'm pretty sure nobody has ever actually seen the writer in person. Like, he's a private person, he has his own ideas, and he's definitely ugly. He's like a shut-in otaku.
Yeah.
And Elle was supposed to be like a self-insert for him, but also the scientist man from Planet Men was supposed to be a self-insert. And what I noticed is that Scientist Man looks a lot like Ryuk, and it's very possible that our writer man has that same messed up hairstyle, a very squarish face, and probably a lazy eye as well.
Yeah.
Just food for thought. I guess you could say the end itself was a bit anticlimactic in that the man just freaking dies and, like, it cuts the credits. But, I mean, that's all it needed to be, you know? He lost. Justice prevailed, and that was, like, the message that should have been hammered home. He turned his character into a villain. Showed us that this stupid idea was just wrong. And I think the idea that's, like, shared between both the shows is just that the ability or the power to kill will corrupt anyone, and it in itself is evil.
Yeah.
Which was kind of, like, ham-fistedly shoved in your face for one arc where he lost his memories. Because he, like, relinquished ownership of the notebook at some point to, like, hide while he was getting interrogated. He planned to get it back because he's a galaxy brain guy. Kinda. He just gave it to a criminal, which, again, was also very evil of him to do. But he made it someone that would be easy for him to track down and arrest. But basically, when he did that, he lost his memories, and he went back to being a completely different person. So it was, like, really weird how the character just switched once he reacquired the power to kill or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, as far as, like, where they could have gone from that goes, I feel that Platinum Men just didn't need to happen, man. Like, they should have made a prequel or something, maybe following L, or, like, exploring more of the Lammy's house. Or maybe elaborating more on the Shinigami realm, like, they didn't do much with that. Or they could have literally just gone to another time.
Yeah.
Where another freaking book went to someone else's hands, like... The possibilities are endless. Going towards the green A, and I'm not going towards the green A. It's not even on my compass, dog. Ah, I see. They're stacked.
Yeah.
I don't know, my thoughts are a bit of a jumbled mess. I would have to, like, watch it with someone and discuss episode by episode. There's, like, so much that needs to be praised, that needs to be further analyzed. There are a couple other avenues for, like, sequel content that could have went down that I'm just not remembering. It was just so perfect, though, okay? God, nobody is loading. What is floating on your head? Is that supposed to be a helmet? Lady Stephany, I dropped my pencil.
Welcome, Henry. The Lord save you. What do you need?
I've brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing too serious. He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
Yeah, sing to him.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady, I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. First one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful. I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing such a lovely voice.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I'll think about what to do with the roan.
How thirsty can you be, Stephany?
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So, what's next?
I brought the wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
Let's just say that when I got to the merchant, my task had only just begun.
But you were able to handle it. Thank you so much, Henry.
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you. This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
Nonsense, Henry. You're my daddy now.
Be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What, right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
Oh, you called them off, right? Let me show you my daddy look.
All right, then.
Good luck then.
I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
I'm ready.
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But
have shoulders.
It was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children?
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
Bro, are you literally using the I don't have a kid to make me impregnate you? That's horrible. The job must be done.
Oh, forgive me, my lady. I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
Get that MILF, Henry. Alright, that should have gained us the alpha male buff. However, Stephany is out, so I can probably pick this lock right now. Oh, it's too difficult. Shit. Also means this chest. Couple chests in here. This probably means the very hard one, right? Obviously Theresa is easier to, get it on with, and she's seemingly Henry's canon girlfriend. So, it kind of felt wrong when I slept with Lady Stephany the first time. This time we got to her first. So, you know, lost our virginity to a MILF. Now we can show Theresa what a real man's like. Confidence. I'm just assuming Henry's a virgin, I don't know. Sounds like he might have been slamming Bianca all the time. Unless that was also going to be their first time in the evening, you know? That should have gotten us the alpha male buff, but it doesn't look like it's active. Unarmed. Oh yeah. Stamina regenerates faster. Like 5% more damage. Mudblood. The hell? Why would I bleed in armed combat? Full hammer hands. I wonder if that applies in general. You know, the mod did reduce stamina regen, so giving me some back just through like all the trees could make some sense. I guess we can't steal Stephany's stuff, which means we best go to Sir Radzig. We got like 2 hours in, yeah, almost exactly. Perfect. Because this mission's gonna take a while. Gonna be a big fight. I might get my ass kicked a bit. Be a good time. Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
God damn, I just keep burping, bro. I didn't even drink soda.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys remember, we snuck into Privitzlavitz, and we scouted it out. I think I burned a single thing of arrows, and I dropped poison in one pot of food. But I very quickly got discovered, because I didn't steal a disguise or anything. The humans are pretty tough. Which is maybe something I should have tried, but, like, it was dark out, so I didn't want to. I just ran away. So they aren't sabotaged at all, and that might prove problematic. I could hypothetically go back and do more sabotage if I wanted to, but I'll see if we can make it by as it is.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, so obviously we're gonna clear this place out of bandits, and then we have access to the From the Ashes DLC, which I'm really excited to check out, because we are going to become the new bailiff of Privitzlavitz, and they're gonna let us rebuild it, and they'll add in like a source of money or some bullshit that'll sink into more buildings. Like, it looks like I have money right now, so I'll probably go right into the buildings, because I can't really afford to, what the fuck is happening? Was I sliding? Right, I can't reasonably equip any more armor than what I currently wear. I just need to do more training. Even though I could afford better armor, so most of that's just gonna go right into the town, I guess. To give us a nice head start. Am I supposed to hunt a boar? Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. We've already set our minds to doing this quest done. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Bro, why are these rocks all over this road? God damn, it looks dangerous. Oh, the lag. I can't take this. I wonder what's gonna happen when we freaking get into this big fight, man. I might have to restart the game or something.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm back from scouting, sir.
Excellent. What have you found out?
There's an overgrown, ruined village in the woods where they're dug in.
That sounds like Privitzlavitz. It used to belong to Sir Divish before Havelmatic attacked and torched it, and then imprisoned Divish. It's been left abandoned ever since. I was hoping they wouldn't be so organized. Earthworks and fortifications. That's quite a different matter from routing some rabble out of the woods.
I tried to count them.
And how many of them are there? Bear in mind I'm relying on what you say. We'll have to call for reinforcements, and that's no simple matter. Every man that comes with us will be lacking somewhere else, and I don't want bandits pillaging some other town because there's no one left to mount a defense.
I'd say quite a few, but not a lot.
There's quite a few of them there.
Perdition. We'll definitely need reinforcements. I think the Talmberg men should suffice. I don't like leaving the castle unprotected, but there's no other option.
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular soldiers either.
No more than I expected. I have no fear of them, but underestimating the enemy can be fatal.
There aren't just bandits in the camp. There are Cumans too, quite a few of them.
Cumans, you say? Where the hell did they come from? Could Sigismund have left them there after he raised Skalitz? This is looking more and more serious.
I took a look at their arms and armour. They're not a proper army, but they're equipped quite well.
What about archers?
There's a few of them, and they're positioned well. If we charge them head on, they'll probably do us a lot of damage.
I don't like the sound of that. It complicates the situation. Dealing with them before the battle would be the best option.
Well, I torched one set of arrows. I'm not going back for more, dog.
That's about all I saw, sir. I didn't notice anything else.
That's all right. Did you manage any sabotage while you were there, as I asked you?
I managed to destroy some of their arrow supplies, so they'll have less ammunition.
Well done. That's just what we need.
I managed to slip poison to a few of them. They should be too sick to fight.
You're as cunning as a fox. We need more like you.
That's all, sir.
Don't worry, Henry. You've proven yourself an excellent spy. I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg and tell him to send Captain Robard and his men to our aid. There's not enough of us here in the camp.
You can rely on me, sir. What should I tell him?
Tell him to take all his men. Leave only the bare minimum at the castle and march to Privitzlavitz. I'll take everyone but for 1 or 2 sentries. Hopefully together we'll have enough men to defeat them.
All right, I'll get going.
And be quick. We've no time to spare. God be with you. See you later.
Damn. I should have just talked to him first. Going all the way back here.
Yeah.
I was cunning as a fox, though. The hell is that? Very interesting rocks.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Man, I can't believe, like, I played Assassin's Creed Origins on my old GPU. It looked better than this and it ran fine. I wasn't able to really run what's its face Odyssey. I mean, it was more or less the same performance-wise, but it was like crashing because I guess they did something different with the engine. Didn't play nice with my old one, so I have to try and go play that again at some point. I've heard it's really good, and like I like what I've read. It seems like they really went in on the whole RPG aspects of it. People have, like, really mixed opinions about Valhalla. But Odyssey, I was pretty excited to play, and then it just didn't work. Robard.
God save Henry.
Good health, you.
God be with you.
Talking right to Divish, then?
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Sir Radzig sent me with an important message. He asked for reinforcements.
He needs more men? What's going on?
The bandits and humans...
Bandits in your backyard, dude.
They're preparing for something. Sir Radzig wants to mount an assault on them, but he doesn't have enough men.
Hang on. Easy now. From the beginning. What happened?
I managed to track down the camp of the bandits who raided Neuhof. But it's not just a gang of brigands. More like a small army in a fortified encampment. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure they're getting ready for something. And Sir Radzig wants to destroy them before they get a chance.
So it's worse than I thought. But Sir Radzig is right. We should do something about them before it's too late. I'll send my soldiers.
Sir Radzig said to take all your men and leave only a minimum guard at the castle.
What? Everyone?
There really are a lot of them, Sir Divish. He's leaving the camp almost empty too. We're to go and join his people in Privitzlavitz and mount an assault together.
All right then. Sir Radzig knows what he's doing. I'll muster the men and send them with Captain Robard in command. Would you lead my men there right now?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
May God be with you in battle.
Take care now.
Yay, loading screen. Just I don't have to run back. Probably gonna throw us right into the fight, actually. I don't think there's a cutscene or nothing.
Radzig.
I'm glad to see you, Captain Robard. I hope Henry's explained everything to you.
He did, but I find it hard to believe. Who could possibly put together such a significant military force? and right under our noses.
We'll just have to find out, but I don't think we will until after a battle. If we don't deal with them now, who knows what they'll be capable of in a week or two.
I agree entirely, my lord. What's the plan?
Right, lad. We're almost at the place you described. Now we'll have to advance cautiously. I need you to tell me how it looks around the camp so I can decide which side to lead the attack from.
Sir, that's a big responsibility. I don't think I should...
I asked you a question, boy. You've been there and seen everything, so speak up.
There are 3 ways to get in. Directly along the straight path to the camp, the long way round through the woods and over an old weir, or by a narrow bridge over a deep ditch.
Let's start with the direct route. That sounds like the easiest approach. How does it look there?
That
Yeah,
path
clusterfuck
leads
from
along
2
the
sides.
It's fortified and patrolled. The chances are they'd shower us with arrows on the way.
It's a good thing you're here, Henry. We'll have to try another way then. What about the approach through the woods and the weir? I don't like the idea of marching such a long way over rough ground, but if it's the better option...
It's a long way through the woods, and there are patrols there as well. They'll call the alarm before we reach the camp.
I thought so. What about the last approach, over the bridge? It's a bit narrow for my liking.
It's narrow, all right, but once we get over, we can quickly occupy the best ground for a battle. We only have to take down a few archers.
The battleground sounds inviting, but that bridge and the archers... It's not an easy decision. Each option has its pros and cons.
I'll take the bridge.
I try to answer to the best of my ability, sir.
And you'll be suitably rewarded for your efforts. From what you say, the route over the bridge is the best option. If we're fast, we'll have the advantage. With the help of God, we'll win this day.
With the help of Henry, you mean? Gonna stab so many guys. Maybe I know what hit them. 'Cause they'll be dead.
We'll approach from the south and storm them over the bridge.
Oh, thank God it's morning.
March. Forward, march!
Radzig's got such a cool helmet, man.
To the bridge, quickly! Get to the other side, as many of you as possible, and hold your position there! Some of you take the left flank. We'll attack in 2 places at once! Arrows! Shields overhead! Oh! Stop where you are! Prepare for the attack! Oh!
Ah, shit. All these fucking archers, bro. Asshole. Asshole. Woo!
Grip together!
Got him.
Oh! Stop where you are! Kill them!
Yeah, I'm not going in there alone. Radzig can tank him. Buttholes. Backslashes. Fight these clay fighters. Honestly, the frame rate's doing a lot better than I thought it would, all things considered. And the enemies look like clay. But, you know, it's perfectly fine. Hopefully things will be running better next time. I'll figure out what's going on. restart my computer, update my drivers, the works. I literally have no idea why it could be going so bad. Like, it was running fine every other session, dog. I haven't changed anything. Other than a Windows update.
Move that wagon!
You guys couldn't just do that in real time? Had to interrupt the big fight? Come on, why is it being so bad?
Alright, man! The way's clear! Up and up!
We weren't even done fighting all the humans, dog.
Oh! Deal with those archers before we're all shot! Theresa! Now! Let's go! Not another step!
I know it's tempting to go full buck wild, but I have to 1v1 a boss at the end of this.
Form up, now! Deal with those archers before we're all shot! Take down those archers, quickly! Now to take the main camp! Now. Get ready, men! This will be the toughest fight! Muster up! Go, go, go! Advance!
Oh. Ah! Someone behind me? No, there's someone in the ground. Never mind. Objective failed. I dealt with the archers. Ooh. See, this is the lag I was expecting. God damn.
Smash down that gate!
Stick together and hold the line. Hold your ground.
I knocked him off. Got an arrow sticking out of my chest, dude. Shit! Oh my goodness.
Sir, there's more of them coming from below.
What the hell? To your boat! Defend this fucking hill! Get ready to defend!
Inventory. Need a marigold decoction. Using combat shit. We're a little bit fucked then. Maybe a lot of bit.
Stand your ground, you dogs! Drive them back!
I will cleave you in two, you bastard. You tried before, and yet here I am. What? Who the hell are you? You don't remember me? I remember you, though. Now where's my fucking sword?
What the fuck are you on about? What's...
Hang on.
You're the... Fuck me. I thought we left you to the crows. Tough little fucker, eh?
What did you do with my sword?
Judging by our last encounter, I'd say you made a big mistake coming here.
Where's my fucking sword?
But then again, maybe you've had some practice.
I hope so. Because last time was too easy.
Should just be us in a burning building, so maybe the frame rate will be better here. However, I'm at like half health. That's less than half health. I was bleeding that entire time. It's fucked up. I need to like take care of this fucker quick.
Cunt!
No curva!
Oh, I forgot about last gas. That'll save the day. Otherwise, I was definitely gonna bleed to death. Now we have a little more time to win. Okay, now we're fucked. I might have to redo the whole battle. I mean, checkpoints at that fight, but I mean, I need to be in better condition. Because archers at the end absolutely ruined me, dog. We're getting damage in. It's just stamina's low at the moment, or well, it don't matter anymore. God damn, my throat's starting to close. I'm gonna need to take my medicine soon. Yeah, we can't do this. I think it checkpointed at like every third of the battle. Oh, that's playline 1, playline 3, duel with 1, human camp. Beans scram. Can't be near my mouse.
All right, man. The way's clear. Up and at them. Oh, here.
I know it looks like I'm just spamming the attack button, and that's because I am. These are archers. They should be easy to take down. Though it has resulted in me losing a bit of health. Still in a better place than we were before, but like, shit.
Now to take the main camp. Get ready, men. This will be the toughest fight.
So I need to be bleeding first. That sucks. That guy somehow got worse. Damn it all. That was like the whole point, and like... We're gonna restart the game just to see if it helps with the performance, because this shit's unbearable. Ah. Maybe Discord has a video permanently buffering or some bullshit, I don't know. I don't know what the issue could possibly be, and why the fuck is this take forever to sync? I'm dying. It's so hot in this room with the freaking dehumidifiers running, and that makes my asthma go nuts. But the humidity makes my asthma go nuts too, so there's no winning. Ugh. The long loading screen's supposed to happen after you press continue, not like you're loading the freaking menu, dude. Like, is it really loading the whole overworld right now? I get that it's a shot of Talmberg, but like, you can just make this only Talmberg for the sake of the loading of the menu. I mean, I'm dying. I think I've only had to take a break to use my medicine like twice ever. On stream, I mean. There's just nothing I can do to fill in that time slot, make it interesting. Takes like 10 minutes and it sucks. And I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to turn off the webcam too. Wow, it is running better. Holy shit. I'm still getting a little hitch, but like, what the hell was wrong the first time?
Deal with those.
Oh my god. I hope my internet isn't laggy enough for you guys to not notice, but it is fucking night and day right now. I don't know what was happening before, but like, it was making me not feel like a gamer. I was having an identity crisis, dude. My beef PC couldn't freaking run this.
Go, go, go! Up and at them! Oh! Deal with those archers before we're all shot! Muster up! And go! Not another step! Here!
I think I shot all three of them. Those are the main archers, but now that they're bleeding, they should go down in one poke. Don't you run, you fuck?
Those archers before we're all shot!
Ow! Fucking whore.
And down.
Hold here!
Fuck! If I can keep my health around this level, I'll be happy. Mostly about the stamina. I need to be able to do combos on run.
Bring a battering ram and smash down that gate!
Stick together and hold the line. Hold your ground.
Am I out of arrows?
Sir, there's more of them coming from below.
What the hell? See a bomb? Defend this fucking hill! Not one step!
Yeah, there is a lot of loot I can steal. I'm just leaving it there. Like, I just don't want any of this. Not only is it all beat to shit, but there's just too much, and I don't want to think about it, man. Alright, back at the run duel. Next time we have about half health, so it should go better. Got it hidden right away, and I'll call that good luck.
Bollocks!
Poked him in the face, dog. They ruined him. Holy shit. I think there might be a part 2 to this fight. That seemed like it wasn't enough. I know the stab damage on this sword is ridiculous, but like, one stab was enough? You should be at like half health, not dead.
I'm bad for a peasant brat.
It's not over yet, you scum. Now where's my sword? What have you done with it? Talk, you bastard!
I'll see you in hell.
Tell me, do you hear me? Tell me what you've done with it!
I'd say you're flogging a dead horse there.
You took him down. On your own. Well done. Nice work. You surprised me. He was a mountain of a man.
Yeah, that surprised me too. I didn't think he was actually dead.
And stole your sword, sir.
The thought did cross my mind. What did he tell you?
Not much.
Taking him alive, the executioner might have gotten more out of him. Oh well, these things happen in the heat of battle.
That's a game I have to go
anyway,
back
we
to.
found a trunk full of coin down below. Someone was paying this gang very well. There were some of Sigismund's barbarians among them. I don't think we've seen the last of this. Whoever engineered it was highly placed. They won't give up after one defeat. This louse was just a pawn.
I'm afraid you're right, sir. Well, lad, we live to fight another day, eh?
I was playing a game called The Executioner, which was like a text adventure mostly.
That's the fear leaving you, lad. Let it go.
But like, it was an RPG. Like, you get equipment, you do dice rolls for stuff, you'd have stats, you get new skills from experience points and whatnot.
Put it all behind you.
But it was all text.
Decent Christians shouldn't dwell on such horrors.
And there's like a very in-depth torture minigame for interrogating people, get them to admit what you want them to say.
The time has come for those whoresons to pay for what they did to us.
You're right, my boy. But first, we all need some rest. We'll meet later in the upper castle in Rattay and then decide what to do next. But come what may, you did a good job today.
Hell yeah. I was mostly enjoying the game. It's just, you only save at the end of each day, and if you happen to die during a day, you're gonna restart from the start of the day, and you're gonna try and recreate, get back where you were. But because it's all dice rolls, actual dice rolls, you'll get like stuck in a loop of trying to recreate where you were, but you're just failing rolls that worked in the previous run, and it fucking blows. Because sometimes it'll be like, what, you're fighting the rabid dog on day 2. Now, you can either accidentally snap this thing's neck, or you can just lightly injure it and go back to tame it later. Or you can use your fucking intimidation stat to assert dominance right away and tame it without getting hurt at all.
I will make
And every time I keep accidentally killing the dog when I try to intimidate it.
Time for the next part of our plan. Give the word.
But it worked the first time. That's how I did it. I fucking went in there and said, "Hey, I'm your man now, boy. You're my boy, boy." And, like, same rules apply with the friggin' interrogations, too. That stuff's all kind of random. I mean, the tactics they use influence the chance of success, of course. And you can do the torture stuff a little more reliably, but you have limited turns, and it's just like... It's frustrating when you fail, and then you have to try to redo it, and you still continue to fail. Sir Hanush gave me a room at Perkstein. Finally moving out of Peshek's. And we should have a chest right here. Personal chest. What crime am I wanted for? What the hell? I know I stole Hanush's book, but, like, they don't know that. I got away with that clean. Maybe running someone over with my horse. Go to the upper hall of the castle. Talk to Sir Hanush, I guess. Hopefully that doesn't put me on a new quest just yet. Otherwise, I'd like to use this free time to go to explore a bit more. But I do want to get rewarded for what I just did.
Right where you are. Who are you?
What?
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle.
What'd I do?
Surrender!
Stop!
You've commit.
What did I do?
You were seen going round in the dark with no light. That's forbidden here. Is that clear? This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
I'm sorry, but also... Intimidation should work. Fuck off.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
But I was just... You misunderstood me. Sorry, you can go.
Does his nose visor have a little lip hole on it? That looks silly. Got big luscious lips on his helmet. Kissy boys.
We waited long enough.
Man, I feel so stupid for playing like the first 2 hours with it running like shit, and all I had to do was restart the game. I don't know why that helped, but like it did. And I don't know why I thought it would help, but I knew. Turning it off and turning it back on is always the first solution. Now it's running like a achievable dream. You know, after you've lowered your expectations a bit, when you realize that your skills are kind of below what you wish they were. The dream nonetheless, though.
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Privitzlavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
My men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord.
Greetings, lad.
The bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter.
Merhoyed? Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Privitzlavitz. Bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took 1 captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Privitzlavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a what you call them. I want to know what they're facking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
is just a pile of copper.
Curva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Curva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschen seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Doppeltel.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
If they haven't already.
I doubt it, sir. Merhoyed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhoyed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you. All of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
I don't feel like this one has a timer, but it could. Depends on the condition of this captive. Like, he might just be a captive, or he might be held at a village with the disease. I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet in the quest, but that is a place that we'll happen to go to later. Beans. Jeez, I cannot breathe, and we're at 3 hours. We did our big quest. The game ran like shit for most of this session, and I apologize because there was literally no reason for it. As you can see, I'm more than capable of running this. Yeah, I'm gonna get off and take my freaking medicine so I don't die. I will see you guys in a week, actually for real this time, because I went on my vacation. Bye-bye.